Well, another inch of rain yesterday didn't help this job dry out anymore, I don't imagine. But I can't control the weather, so I'm going to just let this sit up here for today and take off to the back there and start doing some more stumping and clearing back there, because if the ground hasn't been disturbed, normally it stays somewhat dry. It's once it's been disturbed and all nice and loose is when it gets pretty wet and swampy. So I'm gonna head back there for today and work on that. So working back here, getting all these stumps dug up. So they left a lot of trees back in here hoping for some shade. This is going to be the second horse pasture. Well, about probably half of those are going to end up coming out, and just trying to leave the bigger ones in there. But it is just a tangled up mess of everything. So I came in here with the dozer, you'll see in the last video, and I just tried to take the D6 and just push some of that brush back and get it windrowed up. That's just less I have to try to clean up with the bucket and the thumb. And now I'm coming in here and windrowing all the stumps up. I just had to put the bucket on and grab a few more branches and everything. It's hard to get those little saplings that are bent over with this stumper, but it does work better on digging up the stumps. So I'm gonna go down here and then hook back around and then come up this side right here in between this pile and that pile and get all that stumped up to there. And that's kind of today's goal. And then gonna end up doing a big burn pile out there and a hole in that bottom so that I can fill all that in with the dirt that will come from the burn pit, and then all that mess from the logging deck that just will not burn, I can bury it down in there and fill in the valley. We got two bigger pine stumps here. Let's see how bad they are to get out of the ground. This one shouldn't be too bad. It's weird, like you grab one like this and it'll come right out, and then you'll get one half the size and just fight and fight and fight. That can come out pretty good. Some of them, I don't know if I'll have one that comes up while I'm taking a video, but have like a 6 foot long taproot on it. It's absolutely insane. But as you can tell, there's just, I mean, this tree, what size tree is that? It's about the same as that, well, a little bit smaller than that poplar tree, but that's really all the roots that these things have. But they're anchored in the ground. So that's why in some cases you can kind of take down trees beside one another. If they're pine trees, they really won't disturb it, but the hardwood trees, they have pretty shallow and widespread roots, when the pines kind of go straight down in the ground. Everything out, and just kind of drive over it with the excavator, bring the dozer down here and rake over it before it rains again. Big stump right here, let's see how bad that one's going to be. So I'm going to kind of use this tree line right here of the hardwood trees. I'll clear a few of them out. That's going to kind of be my boundary limit on how far I'm going to clear. Kind of got to stop somewhere. So that was the power button I pushed. It'll increase the hydraulic PSI to maximum lifting power for like 5 or 6 seconds. Normally when those stumps are about to come out, I'll push that button and it'll be enough power to go ahead and break it loose. Couple more stumps over here. Like I've mentioned before, I don't spend a lot of time now raking through here getting everything out with the excavator. I'll come in here and get majority of the brush out of the way, stump it, and then when I rake it out with the dozer, it's just 10 times faster to get the remaining sticks out. Before, I used to come in here with the excavator and stack up everything and try to get every little root out. I just realized how much time that was wasting because the dozers are just so much faster. Coming here with the D6 first, push all the big stuff out of the way, stump it, push all the stumps up with the 6, and then use the Komatsu. It's a lot more delicate. Come in here and finish breaking that out, and then I do all the finish grading with that dozer because the D6 it just I can't. Let me rephrase that. Somebody might be able to finish grade with it, but I can't. Pick this one up, and I'm going to start working on heading back up the hill. By the time I get to the top of the hill, it'll probably be lunchtime. It's just a little bit slick on top, so it's hard to stay put. I missed a stump. Right here in the skid row, they were cut off real low to the ground, and doesn't take much to cover them up where you can't find them. Come on. Make my way up here and then back up the hill. Lots of stumps to dig up. I've dug up a lot, but there's still a lot more. So it's about lunchtime. I'm going to run up here to the truck. I'm taking the stumper with me. I've been kind of swapping back and forth between the bucket and the stumper here. The old house up here, there's some trees around it. I'm going to clear that after lunch because I'm hoping that it may dry out enough where I can bring the off-road truck over here tomorrow and tear those down and haul them over there to the burn pit. I don't know. I'm going to get on the dozer after lunch and try to rake a path through there. If I can just get one to go back and forth, it's wet, but they're calling for more rain Wednesday. Today's Monday. It'll finish drying out today, and tomorrow, maybe tomorrow afternoon, I can haul that before it rains, and then that'll give me something to do Wednesday, is burn that and what's left of the brush, because I've got to haul that dirt to right here, but as you can tell, there's not going to be any dump trucking in this right here. This is a little brutal for dump trucking, a little muddy, but we'll see. Let me get up here and go eat lunch, and then see what I can do after lunch. So here's the old house. As you can tell, it's pretty much nothing but some wood and some metal on the roof. I'm gonna pull that off, but I got these trees right here to take down around it. I think I can take the rake off the Komatsu and blade me a path down to that pit. I'm just gonna dig a hole and burn the wood in that and the trees and everything. And I think I can cut me a road in there with that dozer where I can do that tomorrow. But while I got some time this afternoon, I'm going to go ahead and take the trees down and get those piled up so that they are out of the way to tear the house down. Got to tighten the AC belt up. Brand new machine, I already got a loose band. But I guess it's nice to be able to need the air conditioning in the end of November. So tomorrow we should have a nice demo video of tearing this down and what's left of the old barn over there, getting all that mess cleaned up. I would wait, but I think it's going to rain again Wednesday, and I know if it rains anymore it will be incredibly too wet to haul. hay rake or something. Was. Off the house so that when I pull all that metal off of it, it's not covered in leaves. On my house, but it worked, kinda. ended up pushing majority of that over into the hole and filling it in. I'm going to dig a couple more sections back here to get some more dirt to fill in over there and create another pit to burn the rest of the trash in there. Flies are out, but I left the door open, so I got the windshield open. There were 50 flies in here when I got back in the excavator. This little bit of warm weather got them stirring around. Back the truck right up to the edge and dump it in. That being said, I should probably create a little bit of berm right here to back up to. I hope the truck will drive out here. I'm going to definitely test out the 6-wheel drive. So I've got that fixed. That was some broken wires in a junction box in the frame that was not allowing the solenoid to engage the rear axle. So that is all taken care of now and should work. I don't like these winter days. Sun goes down too quick. Well, I got the hole dug bigger right there and had 3 stumps left in that ash pile from the logging pile that I hit with the dozer, so I went and dug those up. And tomorrow get to tear down the house. Depending on which way the wind's blowing, I think everything's still wet enough. I may just go ahead and burn it and throw the rest of this brush right there in the pile and let all that burn down, and grab the barn and just kind of focus on getting all this cleaned up and burning down, and then probably go back in the back and dig up some more stumps.